Hi there, this is Amanda from Amanda Yoga and Meditation. Welcome back to our channel where we explore all things yoga and meditation. Today we're going to be doing a lower back flow. I'm not a doctor, but I've had a lot of lower back problems, and so these things that we're going to do today are things that I've used on my back to really make a huge difference. So you don't need anything, a mat, maybe a blanket on your mat, that's it. I'll see you in a minute on the mat. Okay, well, let's meet here in a pose that's called constructive rest. Your feet are a little further away from your bottom, and you're kind of creating a bit of a pyramid with your knees. And we're going to take our hands, index fingertips touching, thumb pads touching. We're going to create this little diamond, and we're going to place it on our lower belly. Make sure your elbows are on the floor, okay? And then bring your head and neck in line with the rest of your spine. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable and begin to tune into your natural breath. So, by natural, we mean we're not controlling the breath, we're just allowing the breath to do its thing, which it does very naturally most of the time. Now, as you flow with the breath and just allow it to be, can you consider just softening a few parts of the body? Can you consider softening the inside of your mouth, your jaw, your lips, maybe your throat? And can you begin to allow a softening through the roof of your mouth? Just softening the palate, and tuning into a few rounds of very natural breath. Just noticing on the exhale that the rest of the body begins to follow suit. So much of our attention, a lot of the time, is in our head, and when we can soften the head, we can begin to allow a ripple effect to take place in the body. Notice what's happening with your tongue, and just see if you can soften your tongue a little. And then one more breath right into the center of that diamond on your lower abdomen. And as you exhale, feel a beautiful radiant light spreading through the lower belly, out into the lower back. And just take a moment to intend that your practice today will create sukha, good space in your body. So from here, we're going to release our hands and we're just going to drop the right knee into the chest. We're going to hold on, either interlocking our fingers in front of the knee, but if you've got something going on in your knee, maybe consider taking your hands behind the knee. That might be helpful. So we're hugging the knee into the chest, and then maybe we take the left leg long and feel the back of the left leg on the floor, really connecting well to the floor, flexing through that left foot, and feel your belly moving up into the right thigh as you breathe. As you exhale, feel the back body spreading down onto the mat. One more breath here. Keep softening the inside of the mouth, softening the roof of the mouth, the tongue. And then drag the left heel in along the floor. Place the sole of the foot onto the floor. And then if it's possible, just take the sole of your right foot up to the sky. And you might hold on to the ankle area. You may even hold on in half happy baby pose to the sole of the foot with your right hand. And that way your right elbow and your right knee are going to come quite close together. So take a couple of breaths. If you can't do this, maybe take a hold of a strap, a bathrobe tie, if that's going to work. But you can still hold on to the lower leg. Couple of breaths here. Softening again through the jaw, through the mouth, through the tongue, through the upper palate. One more breath. Exhaling and releasing. Take your left hand to the back of that right knee bend. Bring the knee back into the chest, just for a little hug, and then take the sole of your right foot to the floor. Pause here. Back with your diamond on your belly. Pause and feel. You might notice a bit of a difference between the right side of your lower back and the left side of your lower back already. And so let's transition to the other side now. So left knee comes in. We're going to hug either in front or behind. And then when you're ready here, slide the right heel away from your bottom. Flex the foot. Really feel the back of that right leg on the floor, very firmly connecting to the earth. Inhale and exhale, and just see what you can let go of here. If you're overly gripping through the upper body, notice it, observe it, see what you can do to let it go, but don't get caught up in it. Yeah, just breathe and be here, just feeling what you're feeling. Consider softening the inside of the mouth again. Just keep coming back to the tongue soft, the gums soft, the teeth soft, the upper palate soft, the lips loose. Feel the left side of your belly breathing into the left thigh. And then when you're ready, drag the right heel back. Place the sole of the foot on the floor, and then see how it would be to hold on to the left foot. Half happy baby on this side. Just breathing here. Notice how this side of your body, this side of your back, this side hip is really quite different to the other side. Most of us are fairly asymmetrical in how we hold, what dominant hand or leg we're using. So we're usually stronger on one side and tend to go to that side all the time. So just notice, observe, breathe into it. One more breath. And then take your right hand to the back of the left knee, releasing really easily. One more little hug here. And then take the left foot onto the floor. Notice, just feeling into a recognition of what is here right now in your body. If you can do that, you've done all the yoga you need to do. And then pop both knees into the chest, hug and squeeze them in. You might not like to take the knees wider, maybe close together, and have a feel. Have a feel. You might create some little figure eights, side on figure eights, as you roll from one side to the other. And then bring both knees back into the chest and have a little rock. So this is not a huge rock and roll where we're coming up to seated or anything, but this is a little bit of a bounce. And I've found this very beneficial in my own body. We're just going to bounce a little. Notice what this feels like in your own body. And if you feel discomfort or pain, we definitely don't want to go into that. But if it feels like there's a loosening occurring, listen to that. And then when you're ready, we're slowly going to bring that bounce back to center and roll to one side and come up into a seated position. So I'm just going to roll up my blanket or fold up my blanket, and I'm going to sit on it for a second in a cross-legged position. And if you can't sit cross-legged, that's absolutely fine. You can have your legs out straight. You could, in fact, if you can't be down on the floor, you could do this standing, okay? You could just maybe sit on a chair or feel into it while you're standing. So we're going to take the tips of our fingers onto the very lowest part of our belly, the very, very lowest part of our belly, between the pubic bone and your tummy. And here we're feeling for a part of the body known as the psoas muscle. So it's about, as you feel the pot of the belly, about 3 inches down and about 2 inches across. And just take the index and the middle finger to those points and have a little bit of a feel. You don't need to do a huge dig in, but just have a little feel around. That's it. And then when you're ready, we're going to take a nice deep breath in and let our belly swell out. And notice how your fingers dip into the body a little deeper as you breathe into the pot of your belly. And then as you exhale, let your fingertips float away. And we're going to do that smoothly 2 more times. So as you breathe in, let your belly swell out. Let your fingertips dig in just a little. And then as you exhale, let your fingertips float away. So this time, really, as you breathe in through both nostrils, let the air drop right into those bands of muscle known as the psoas. Deep breath in. And a smooth breath out, releasing your fingertips from your belly. And just notice what that feels like. Have a little bit of a wriggle side to side. And then when you're ready, we're going to come onto our knees now. So this is a short practice for the lower back. And something that I found very helpful in my own body is to do some really slow cat-cow, but then do a really nice rolling cat-cow. So that's where we're headed now. So heel of the hand right underneath the shoulder, fingers spread nice and wide. Knees under the hips and the tops of the feet down. You might even want to have a check of where your toes are pointing right now. See that they're pointing directly back. And then let's exhale first. So exhale, round your belly. Push the floor away with your hands, your knees, the tops of your feet, belly button to spine. And then inhale and start to glide your head forward. Let your belly drop, but don't move your chin too far forward. Feel that dip in the lower back. Exhale, push the floor away with your hands, with your knees, with your feet. Round your back, drop your head, drop your tail. Inhale, open wide, but don't let that chin lift up too far. Exhale. If you're experiencing lower back pain, really err on the side of caution here. Only go, 50, 60% capacity, just rolling back and forth. Let this be easily acceptable in your body. We don't want to move into pain or discomfort. And then one more round, just like that. Inhaling to open up, broaden through the collarbones, let the belly drop. Exhale and round the back, drawing the belly button to the spine. And then inhale, find neutral. So here's what I find really helpful. That's just lubricated and loosened the spine. And now what we're going to do is really lengthen the lower back. So we're going to take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, imagine you've got two hands, one on each hip, and they're very gently but very reassuringly drawing your lower back long and down towards your heels. The forearms are going to come onto the floor. We're going to inhale and roll through between the hands and lift up. So we're coming into this really nice open cow position. And then we're exhaling, we're going to come back to neutral and press back and down as you exhale. So inhale, roll forward, lift on up, chin tucks in. Exhale, roll back, roll down, and feel the length through the lower back. Let's do that just a couple more times. Inhaling here, exhaling and rolling back and down. One more. And once you come down into this child, reach your fingertips forward on the mat and lay the forehead down. So here we're creating space by creeping the fingertips forward, breathing into the armpits, breathing into the side waists, breathing into the lowest part of your back. Let the breath really fill up the lower part of your back. Soften the inside of the mouth, soften the roof of the mouth, the tongue, the lips. Feel your whole head be soft. Good, and then drag your hands back. Come into a table again. Turn your toes under. Inhale, pick up the knees. Press the floor away as you lift into down dog, but keep the knees really well bent here. Inhale and exhale, breathing into the space along the sides of the body, the armpits, the rib cage, the side waists. And then step one foot under your belly, other foot under your belly, and walk your hands back. So from here, we're going to inhale the hands up to the knees, belly button draws towards the spine, and then exhale, slide your hands down and let your spinal column hang here. And you might even like to hold on to opposite elbow with opposite hand. That'll create a little bit of length. Maybe try the other side. It might feel quite different. And then keep the left knee bent and take your left spider fingers onto the floor. Straighten through the right leg and inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky. Check in with your neck here. If it's better for you to be looking down, do that. Inhale. And then exhale, dive your right fingers down. Replace the left hand with the right. Bend your right knee, straighten the left leg. Inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky. Inhale here. And then exhale, dive the left fingertips down toward the earth. Bend the knees quite deeply and then inhale, roll up. Press into the soles of the feet. Soften the soles of your feet if there's any clenching. And then come up to standing and take a moment here to feel into your Tadasana. Feel into this shape. Wonderful practice. Standing, feet hip distance apart, knees slightly soft, tail tucked under, belly open, chest open, arms hanging very loosely, chin slightly tucked with some length through the back of the neck. Soften the face. Take a smooth breath into the pot belly. Exhale, empty out. Good. And then I'm just going to turn to face you. Let's start by doing a little bit of a balance pose. Maybe let's start with bringing the feet very, very close together. And then leave your left foot where it is. Soften through the back of your left knee a little bit, just so you're not jarring back. And then pick up your right knee, and you might like to hold on underneath. You might like to tuck your right knee into your chest, and just pause here for a moment. Just pause. And then, if you can, just see how it would be to bring the arms up in a cactus shape. Inhale here. And then exhale, just see what it would be like to start to take that right foot back, turning the palms down, and come into a warrior three variation, turning the palms up, reaching the right heel back behind you, and then reverse that. So left leg is working quite hard here. Bring the right knee back up into the chest, open up into cactus, and then release. And then take a moment to shake that out. Shake it out and have a little bit of a jiggle. There's a chicken coming. I don't know, she doesn't really want to come too close for some reason. Okay, let's try it on the right side. So we're looking to strengthen here. We've done some stretching. We're going to do some more stretching, but we're really trying to strengthen that area now. So right foot down, lift the left leg up, find your soft gaze point so that your drishti, your focus point. Choose where you're going to hold on. Might be behind, could be in front. And then once you're ready, open up in cactus. So we're really broadening through the chest, softening the inside of the mouth. Inhale here, and then exhale, start to tip. Start to reach that left foot back behind you. Swivel those arms, rotating on that elbow joint, palms face up. Reach that left heel all the way out and lengthen. And then as you exhale, reverse that. Opening, releasing, shaking. So have a good shake. And actually, let's do a really good shake here. So really shake the body. Really loosen up the body. Shake the arms, shake the legs, shake your bottom, shake your boobs. If you've got some, shake your head. Even shake your mouth. Let your mouth, the inside of your mouth, go really loose. And then from here, we're going to travel all the way back down again. So you might want to have your blanket handy. Remember, this is only a short practice. So we're going to come back down, do a little bit more lengthening and create a bit more space in the belly and the lower back. And hopefully it feels really good for you. So let's come to the top of our mat. When you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms up and around you in a big circle. And then exhale, soften through your knees, swan dive those arms, come down with your knees bent. Inhale, slide your hands up to your knees, flat back position. And then exhale, take the fingertips down. And from here, we're going to step both feet back. So 1, 2, maybe a downward dog here, maybe just a slightly different plank, bum up in the air. And then pop your knees down, top of the feet down, come down onto your tummy. Forehead on the mat. Take your hands right underneath your shoulders, and then inhale and lift into the littlest baby cobra you can. And then exhale, lower down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale and lower. Then take your hands underneath your forehead. Lift up both lower legs and wave your legs side to side. Feel into those qualities of looseness and freedom and space. And then bring your legs right back to center, lower the legs down, and then from here we're going to flip over. So like I said, if you want some padding, maybe it's a good idea to have a blanket close by, and that creates a bit more cushioning. So we're going to put that back onto the mat and then come all the way down. We're going to flip over, coming back into the constructive rest posture with that diamond. Take it onto your belly, let your elbows drop onto the floor. Make sure that your legs are in that pyramid. And sometimes it feels really nice to have the knees close together, so you might knock your knees together and take your feet out to the sides. Whichever posture works for you, just do that. Breathe into the middle of that triangle. Good. And then when you're ready, if your knees are together, lift them off one another. Bring your left knee in towards your chest and let it fall out to the left, into the crook of your left arm. Reach your right arm up above you and then lengthen your right heel away. From here, let the left knee fall out a little to the left, and then take a nice deep breath in and reach your right fingertips and your right heel away from one another, creating lots of space. Exhale and release. So let the arm and the leg come back toward one another, and then one more. Inhale, reach. Exhale and release. Draw the right knee into the chest, hug it into the crook of the right arm, and then take your left foot down onto the floor. Slide the leg away. Let the left arm come up above you. Let the right knee fall out, and then inhale, reach away. Exhale and release. One more. Inhale, reach the left fingertips and the right heel away from one another. And exhale and release. Bring the left knee into the chest. Have a little bounce. Maybe do those little figure eights again. And then when you're ready, take your feet flat onto the floor. Have your feet tucking in just a little. I'm going to move up the mat a little bit. Take your hands onto your thighs and then just gently press your thighs. This is gentle. We're not doing anything too dramatic here. Just gently press the heels of your hands into your upper thighs, creating a little traction in the lower back. Take a couple of breaths. And then when you're ready, you can begin to allow your legs to slide out. And so when you do have a bit of lower back discomfort, it can be really nice to tuck a bolster or some blankets underneath your knees. You could even take Shavasana with your feet flat on the floor and the knees a little bent. If it does feel okay for your lower back to lengthen the legs, do that. Turn the palms to face up. Just feel into the central channel of the body. And see a beautiful luminous light in your spine. And feel that luminosity beginning to drift out into all parts of this body, seen and unseen. into the back of the knees, in the crease of the elbows, into and behind the eyes, across the back of the head and the nape of the neck. Feel that luminosity from the spine gently move out into all parts of the body. Allow gripping to release and allow softness to replace it. Feel into the tongue resting on the floor of your mouth. Whole mouth, inside of the mouth, open and spacious and soft. And now experience all vibration in the lower back, the groins, the buttocks and the hips. Come back to that beautiful, natural, easy breath, unrestrained, uncontrolled. When you're ready, begin to deepen your breath. Wriggle your fingers and your toes. Slide one heel and then the other heel in. Pop your knees into your chest if that feels good for you. Have a little bounce again. And slowly roll to your right side. Press yourself up into a seated position, maybe Vajrasana, maybe simple cross-legged. Bring your hands into your heart in Anjali Mudra. Bow your head, giving great thanks for life this day. Namaste. So there are so many more things that we could do for the lower back, but this is just a simple taste of what you could do to help heal your own lower back. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, maybe click subscribe, and see you the next time we create a video for you. Bye for now.